Hello, everybody out there, and welcome to another episode of the Talk That Talk Show with me, Barry Holmes. And we are here for our 189th episode of the Talk That Talk Show, and an episode that is our last of 2022. Before we went into this episode, we had a big time holiday that just passed, and for a lot of people had off work, and we know what it was for that Christmas break and also going into New Year's. But for me, someone that's been working hard, going back to adjusting to working two jobs again and trying to balance a full bowling schedule as well too, I feel that the mental and physical fatigue sometimes can catch up. So a break where I didn't have to bowl 4 nights a week, a break where I didn't have to work two jobs 4 days a week, a time to just sleep in with my girlfriend, get that extra rest, play some Call of Duty, just hanging back, that step back from my every single day schedule was a great recharge that I needed. And I think that for a lot of people, the holiday break is definitely something that we use to appreciate each other, like we talked about last episode. But I think it's very important to also spend that time with your friends and family and utilize them as well to recharge. I saw a video that was posted, I think, on one of the reels or whatever, and they said that our family is it's like one of those hidden gems in life, and we have to constantly stay in communication with them to reap the value that our family has from us. And a lot of people hold wisdom within our family and friends, and to spend time with them, it was awesome. And I had gotten some great gifts from my friends and family this year. I think last year and years past, really just tried to think about what people would like, and took some swings and misses on some. Took me a while to get my mom to use her air fryer, but I think this year I really zoned in on the things that people liked and could use. You know what I'm saying? I think that every one of the gifts I had given to my family and friends, everyone was super appreciative of. And then to be able to spend time together at my house, and then also to split time with my girlfriend at Doc G's house as well too, meant all the difference for me as far as being able to enjoy the holiday break and enjoy the time that I had with each other. Big shout out to Brittany, who says happy New Year's, Barry. Blessings to you and your family. Same to you, Brittany. I think that for you, you'd be really proud of me, because every time we go to any function with Brittany, or when Andrew was around, we'd always would like to have some good drinks. And I took it upon myself this year. I told you guys last episode, I took it upon myself to make the jungle juice for the family this year. And I'm going to give you guys the recipe for a drink that I made up. It all started from my sister's boyfriend, TK. He was not a big fan of vodka, so he said, he'd be pretty much happy with anything as long as it didn't have vodka in it. So I tried to think, I was like, what could be something tasty that I can make that, TK will be, happy to drink. And then also, my girlfriend Ashley, who doesn't really drink that much, I wanted to make a drink that she'd be happily able to drink and be like, I want to drink that, drink some more. So I thought about it, and I came up with this concoction. This was the Caribbean Christmas cooler that I came up with. Doesn't have to be just around Christmas time, but if you guys want to try something out, mixing it up, I tap back into my bartending days. So first thing you got to get is you got to get yourself some Hawaiian punch. I really think the Juicy Red is the best one for this concoction. Another thing you're going to need is you're going to need some pineapple juice. After that, you're going to need some 7-Up, and then we get to have fun with the liquor. So all you need for this one is just some triple sec, some gin, some rum, specifically the Malibu coconut rum, because that concoction altogether, it was a dangerous concoction because my girlfriend wound up having 6. My dad, he was loving it. Even my mom got in on the action. We got TK says Caribbean Christmas cooler. My boy Dr. Glex, it took him to the next planet when he had a cup of that drink. So
bang zoom.
I think that the Caribbean Christmas cooler is definitely something that I'm going to be making a lot more, and I want to challenge myself to make a couple more drinks as well too. But I definitely think that, all in all, the juice is just like a representation to me of bringing us all together and sharing something together. I can't tell you how much that's important to me. Just going out there and seeing, our friends and family in the living room having a good time up until 2, 3 in the morning, and having Doc passed out on the couch. Those are the fun memories that I'm gonna remember. And anybody can give presents or do things of that nature, but I think that the effect, the feel, the emotions of having all the people around me that I care the most about, that's what meant Christmas to me, and that's what I was happy to share in Christmas. Another good thing that I really got to do that kind of coincides with the Christmas break was my girlfriend had set us up with a manicure pedicure, so I got to put my feet in a little bath this morning. I got to get my hands done. Girls, how does my fingers look? Come on now, right? But I really did enjoy that, because in years past, or maybe when I was younger, I might have thought that, that's for sissies, or you shouldn't go to get pedicures and manicures. But it's so important to, have self-care and to take care of yourself, and to just overall keep your physical health and your appearance up. I always think back to something that Eric said when he told his kids. But he says even if he's going to the grocery store, he always wants to make sure he's looking his best, because you never know who you're gonna see. So in that same regard, I wanted to make sure my hands and my hygiene was 100% up there. You know what I mean? So I don't. Maybe it's just adulting, but once she was done, I looked at my hands and I was just like, man, these just look way different than what I had before. And then my feet just felt rejuvenated. So that type of intrinsic, we talk about the intrinsic rewards, but the way that it made me feel to prioritize that self-care and to see how my body looked after putting a little bit of self-care into that, it was what I needed, especially with my girl, and to spend that time with her outside of break. It's hugely and largely related to our mental health. So not only can you go to the gym to upkeep your physical health, but you can also do those things like going to the nail salon and getting your hair done at the barber shop or things of that nature. But like Tariq says, man, hygiene is super important. It's something that you got to prioritize. But it's funny that we talk about prioritization, because I think that with me having the type of endeavors that I try and put myself into, or have my hands in different pots, one of the things that's toughest about that is the schedule of these things coinciding with each other. And tomorrow being the last hat drop of 2022, you already know my fitness is about to go crazy. You already know there's about to be a panic Saturday. And, I had to make one of the toughest decisions that I've had in a long time. And last week, just to give you a rundown, just in standing outside in the cold, which is, something that I did not look forward to, but, I got to reap the rewards of doing so by making about $400 extra just off hat sales in that one day. So anytime you get lucky and you hit well at my fitness, that could be definitely a good cash out. But we all know that tomorrow is an important day because it's our UBA practice for DIY. And we've had a whole month off where we have not done anything competitively as a unit, as DIY. And I just thought it was so imperative for us to really have a practice and try and make sure that we're 100% ready for the match that we have coming up January 7th, which is only a week or two away when you think about it. So that practice was scheduled for noon, and we all know that the hat drops happen at 11. So as Capmaster B, you know I wanted to go out there, bring my team. My boy Szpond Crane said he was ready to go to the hat drop. So, it looked like we was going to have the team ready to go cook up. And then I had to really think about it and think, damn, how would that sound if I tell the team that I'm supposed to be captain of that I can't make practice because I have to go to a hat drop? Derek Jeter didn't get a chance to pick and choose when he wanted to be a captain. I think that, holding the title captain is something that is very important. And I made a point to say that I would be at every practice. I would be at every match, no matter if I would be in the lineup or not. Shit, I bowled 2 leagues at Bolero, and I might not even make the lineup. But I still am going to show up for practice, and I'm still going to support my team because that's what good teammates do. And that's what, being a good teammate is all about. You know what I'm saying? And especially as a captain where you have to lead by example, I thought it was super important to say that being a better bowler and being a captain was more important than being Capmaster B at this moment. So, I had to tell my clients that I was not going to be at the hat drop this weekend because for me, it was important to show up to practice because just on Thursday, I had a tough set. It wasn't my best set. Our team wound up taking 15 points, but it's tough when you look up at the scoreboard and you see that, shit, we could have took more points if I would have done my job, if I would have bowled better. And that's a tough feeling. So, one of the things my dad said is that we just got to keep getting out there practicing. On Sunday, we didn't get a chance to practice because it was Christmas, and that kind of threw off our timing as far as, going making shots. And I think that in seeing this past week, it really showed us in the 2 times that we bowled just how important it is to continuously practice, not just practice one time, but continue the routine of practicing. So, coming off of a tough Thursday, how could I say I'm going to go to a hat drop when all I've been telling you all on this podcast and all I've been telling my teammates, all I've been telling, the people that I wear the same jersey as, I just want to show them that I am invested in this season. Going into 2023, I am fully invested into becoming a better bowler and to becoming a better teammate, a better captain. And that starts with going to practice on holiday break, even when it comes to putting aside a thing that you can make a good amount of money doing. Because for me, I'm prioritizing making the UBA playoffs like our team wants to, creating that team cohesion, seeing what those lane conditions are all about. That's more important to me. And like I said, going into 2023, I have big goals for us out of 4 of those leagues to come in first place. What are we here for? Are we here to participate? Or are we here to win? And that's one of the things I wanted to tell, in our DIY chat, because I saw a lot of people that were saying that they would be available for the match, but not available for practice. And I just remember going back to my college basketball days, and there was no option to not go to practice. And I know that, we all have things that we have to do in our lives, but, you can't expect to get what you want by skipping steps, and I just think that's why it's important for me as a captain, if I'm telling these people or the people that, wear the same jersey as me, people that may look up to me, the people that, look to me as a leader, how can I expect these people to be at practice if I'm not at practice myself? You got to practice what you preach. And that's why it's so important for me as a captain to be there at that practice and to tell people out there that, hey, you might not even make the lineup if you go to practice, but for those that haven't made it a lineup yet, this is your chance to show what you got. Let's show what do you have, So you can't expect results without putting the work in, And I think that this past week from, not practicing and not exactly getting the results that we wanted as a team, even I felt like Greg Popovich with my Pops, because it was like, we took 15 points and we still just weren't happy about it, And that's a team that I want to be on, you know what I'm saying? People that care. I can't tell you enough how a season can drag on when you have people around you that aren't improving or that aren't trying to, or that aren't as invested as you are. And that's why I'm just so happy to be on the team that I am in DIY, because I can guarantee you there aren't any teams in that division that we're in that are practicing like we are on a holiday break leading into a big match. There have also been people from UBA organizations that have clowned us for practice. But one of the things that I have to extend out to you all is just saying that, hey, don't let anyone clown you for the work that you're putting in to get to where you want to go, because your goals may not be aligned with other people's goals, but you have to stay true to what your pathway is. And for me, the pathway to getting to being the better bowler, the best teammate, the best captain that I can be is to get as many practice reps as I can. So, big shout out to Tariq, who says preach, because, I just can't tell you how many times you see people that want certain things, but, don't prioritize the steps to get there. But I think that this platform has given me such a great voice, a place to share my thoughts, share my emotions, and also just share and make connections with people. And one of the connections that I've made from this podcast has been with a person named Brian Szpond. And he's definitely been a great friend to me over these past couple, I would say months and going into years now since he started listening to the podcast. He also went to the extent of sending me a Christmas card. And one of the last episodes I talked about the effect that I had when I went to the high school and saw the kids and see them at their greatest moment. And Brian sent me an amazing text message, which I'll paraphrase quickly for you. But pretty much what he said was it related to him and hit him home. And he teared up when he was listening to the show, because with him being a new father and having children of his own now, he sees how important it is being in his own children's life. So to see the effect that that's had on me to go and support the kids of my own community or the communities that I serve, it hit him at home too, to where he felt the same thing, or he aligned, or he had those same core values that I have of just being someone of a leader, a mentor. And to get that validation text from him to say that I was able to connect with him on that episode and him thanking me for sharing that, that's the whole reason why I make these episodes. No matter if there's 1 or 2 people on Facebook Live, no matter if we get over 100, 200 views, whatever amount of subscribers, they always say it's just, what you do in your opportunity to impact someone. So I just like to think that the episodes that I make, they affect people that take the time out to listen to them. So I appreciate you, Brian Szpond, man. I know you listen in on your drives into work. But, for everyone else out there that really, truly loves this podcast, you all are the reason why I continue to come out here and why it's effortlessly able for me to just come out here and share my heart, my mind, and soul with you guys. And I'm so happy to share with you guys, my New Year's plans for 2023. But, shit doesn't really change that much for me heading into this new year. It's become a little bit of a tradition for us to head to Atlantic City for New Year's Day. So me and Doc are going to be doing that. I'm excited to go out to Wet Willie's, hit up Carmine's. I love those wings, man, those Carmine's wings. Doc's going to tell me not to eat all of them, but when you go to Carmine's, you'll understand why I get excited to go there like I do. But really, that celebration in Atlantic City is just like a representation for me of ending all the successes of last year. We always talk about people that kind of hold glory in their old days, or try to hype themselves up off things they used to do. But I'm just someone that likes to continuously build, go in the upward direction. And that's what, for me, going to Atlantic City and kind of freeing ourselves of all the things that happened last year, and just going into it, New Year 2023 with a fun thing to do. Love Atlantic City, because I know I got to go back to work the next day. So, why not enjoy myself and do something that I want to do? But also, what I think about too is like some of the things that I want to accomplish in this upcoming year. And I did look into the finances that I have, and I told myself that I want to do better with budgeting and trying to create some disposable income, limiting some of the spending that I am doing, and trying to create effective spending with my hat business as well too. So I just want to try and refine and get better financially, work to create a better budget for myself. I think that a lot of times people, when they go into New Year's, they think about resolutions that may be unrealistic, which isn't bad at all, because they always tell you to shoot for the stars. But I think it's also important to have things that you can do concretely, things that you can attain and you can go out and really reach it to do. And I think that when we talk about self-care and mental health, one of the things that always creates stress for us, no matter whether you're poor, rich, black, white, it's finances, and money. So to be able to get control of that, that's what I want to kind of try to do in 2023, and hopefully take a chunk out of these student loans. I definitely want to stay diligent in my job search. We talk about people being complacent all the time, but something that Nike All-Star says is you're always working to better yourself. That's truly what I want to do. I may be really happy working at the high school as a substitute, but I'm not happy not having benefits. I feel like I'm a little bit underpaid right now because the work that I'm doing isn't reflective of how I'm getting paid. So yes, I'm in a good situation, and I definitely do enjoy the flexibility that I have with my second job, but that doesn't mean that I'm content where I'm at. I'm always still updating the resume, always still trying to job search and see what else is out there. And I think that going into 2023, I would like to secure something that is better for me in the career path that I'm trying to go. There's no shame in saying that we're not content where we're at, because they always say life is the pursuit of happiness. So that pursuit is something that happens daily, hourly, by the minute. So for me, I just want to make sure that the things that I'm doing career-wise are in the positive direction. And like TK says, never settling. That's important to me. And then, I just want to make sure that I support the people that are closest to me. I think that it's important to say that I wouldn't be where I'm at if it wasn't for the support system. People might think that I'm getting repetitive by saying just how important, the people around me mean to me. But that's just the importance of what it has to have a support system behind you that truly believe in you. I think that, the family that I have, the friends that I've, had and have, they've truly left a mark on me positively. And I think that it's super important to show appreciation and to also support the people that support you. So that's what I want to try and do, here in 2023, is continue to support the people that have supported me. And then finally, in closing, like I said, I'm so happy for the people that are here in my life, and I am super, super appreciative for all the people that support me with this podcast, with the things that I have going on in my life. And, I think that that's why this project going into 2023 to start the new year, where we're going to raffle to see who will get a chance to design the next Talk That Talk Show hoodie. I think that's something that I'm super, super excited about. It's something I've never done with my brand. I've had all the decisions with what happens with my brand for the last 3 years. So to give someone else the opportunity to make something incredibly dope with Talk That Talk Show on it, it's something I'm looking forward to. And when you look at a lot of these brands and how they've been able to reach people, is showing the people that they believe in the people that believe in them. So for me to give someone the opportunity to design a Talk That Talk Show hoodie, that to me is what it means to truly step back. Take the reins away from myself for a second and give someone else an opportunity to show what they have in their mind as well too. And who knows what the colorway is going to be? Who knows what the design is going to be? But I just think that this project of fan appreciation, giving you all the chance or the opportunity to design a hoodie by winning this raffle, that's something that I'm really looking forward to. And then also finally, the one thing that I truly, truly hope comes to fruition, because it was never easy this year, last year, whenever, but I just hope going into 2023 that I don't have to bury any more of my friends. I don't want to have to bury any more of my friends or family. Like I said, the people around me, the people that I care about the most, mean the world to me, and that means making sure that they're here with me. So I just hope that I don't have to bury any more of my friends. Something that I did not look forward to. It's something that still upsets me, knowing that some of my friends aren't here anymore. It's just a part of life and something that I deal with every day. Something that gets better, and then some days you don't have good days. But I just know that, like I said, I just want to be as supportive as I can to the people that are in my life, and I just don't want to bury any more of my friends or family, man. I just want everyone to be prosperous. I want everyone to accomplish the things that they want in life. I want everyone to be happy in 2023. And I want to see this show not just only hit 200 episodes, but I want to see this show, reach more and more people that, extend beyond just our loyal listeners too. So you all have a big opportunity in making sure that happens by sharing this podcast, telling people, big shout out to my boy Lenny, because we were bowling and I don't know if he knew that I heard him, but I was practicing. Funny it says this, but we had just got done with league and I was practicing. And one of the guys said to me, he was like, "I can't believe you're still practicing right now. How are you still bowling?" And I jokingly said it to him. I'm like, "We're going to have to do it at nationals, so, might as well get the practice in." So as I'm practicing, I overheard Lenny in the background telling him about Talk That Talk Show. And sure enough, when I got back to the car, I had a follow, and it was from that guy that was on the other team asking about our jerseys and the shit that we wear. So it was like a double whammy for me, because it was further validation that, A, people fuck with the jerseys, they fuck with the merch, and they like what I'm making. And on top of that, it's serving its purpose because it has people asking. And on top of that, to have people rocking my merch and fully able to tell other people about what it is that I do, and I don't have to tell people that means the biggest things to me, man. And I was so happy. I wanted to give him a hug, real quick, but I had to stay gangster because I was practicing, so. But I heard you, Lenny, and I appreciate that, man. But That's what it's all about, man. I appreciate every single one of you that wears your jerseys. I appreciate you if you tell your friends about what I do here on this Talk That Talk show. I appreciate you if you tune in, whether you tune in live, whether you tune in afterwards, whether you're subscribed, whether you tell other your friends to subscribe, whether you have merch, whether you don't have merch. I appreciate your positive energy coming towards me, whether you subscribing, tuning in, telling a friend, whatever. This podcast, I can do my job by making sure you all have an episode every single week. Whether it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, at some point this weekend, you will get an episode of the Talk That Talk show. That's my job. I just ask you all, if you truly believe in me, if you love this show, if you think that this show is as dope as you tell me when you see me in my face, please tell your friends the same shit you tell me. Please tell your friends just how proud you are to wear this shirt. Theo, I appreciate him so much when he goes to the gym and posts his gym selfies when he has it. I appreciate Brian Szpond wearing his hoodies. I appreciate Ichabod Crane every time he comes to the bowling alley wearing his jersey. I appreciate Eric Turner wearing his jersey. I appreciate Steve Sakis, a Hall of Famer, wearing his jersey. Everybody that I haven't mentioned to, I appreciate you. I love it. Tiffany Newberry, who had her t-shirt on. The surprises from people rocking their stuff. I appreciate that more than you know. And that to me is bigger than any dollar value that I could get, making this podcast. So going into 2023, I'm going to continue to be myself. I'm going to continue to put out great episodes here at the Talk That Talk show. And I'm just going to continue to, be myself and value and appreciate myself and stay motivated. And like TK says, never settle, because life truly is the pursuit of happiness. And I'm happy right now, but I could be a lot happier. So there's nothing wrong with that, So for me, I appreciate every single one of you guys. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. And I hope you guys shared it with your family and friends and did things and spent your break doing things that you want to do. And let's kill it in 2023. I think it's going to be a big year for us all, whether you're happy at your job, whether you're looking for something different, whether you're single, whether you're trying to be a better partner in your relationship. There's a lot of positivity to achieve in 2023. So let's do our best to do our best, all right? That's the one thing that we can control. I always tell Doc all the time, don't get upset about the things that you can't control. So let's just make sure that the decisions that we're making, in the things that we can control, are in the positive direction going up, man. That's what we can do, and that's how we can ensure that our 2023, we kill it. So I appreciate you all. Thank you so much for tuning into the Talk That Talk show.
Talk that talk!
Every single week. And definitely try out that Christmas Caribbean cooler if you get a chance, all right? Love you all, and I'll see you in 2023.